Hello, Garth. How you doing? Nice to see you, mate. You're the first one here today. Oh, there's four of you now. Paul H., how are you, my friend? Nice to see you. How's the fishing? Are you doing much fishing? Afternoon. Who's that now? Do I see? Colchester Ritter. You're very welcome, sir. Welcome to the channel. And please feel free if you're new. Just ask away any questions, knife or anything else. I'll chat about anything. My goodness, you're coming in thick and fast. Hope all is well. Yes, all is great, Gareth. Yeah. Well, in fact, it's been a very exciting couple of days. And good morning, RJ's Knives. How are you, sir? And Joe, you're very welcome. We had a lovely wee surprise yesterday. My eldest daughter came down and she had bought us a little 8-week-old Yorkshire Terrier. We have Eddie, as you know, a wee Yorkshire Terrier. So we got a brand new puppy yesterday. That she kindly went out and bought us. Lovely wee pedigree puppy. Beautiful. We're still not 100% sure of the name. We think we have, but we're not 100% sure in the name yet. But like everything else, I slept in the chair. Well, I didn't sleep much last night, but me and the puppy played at silly hours in the morning till he went to sleep. Norman, how you doing? Always looking good, Norman. Never looking bad, heavens above. But yes, really good. I think I'm going to call it Paddy. I fancy a channel mascot, and I can't get my wife to be the mascot, so I think the dog might be just called Paddy. Hello, Schrader. What is that? Can't see. Snyder. Sorry, that must be a German name. A nice German name, Snyder. You're very welcome. And if I pronounced it wrong, I apologise. I keep saying I'm going to have something planned, but to be honest with you, this last sort of 2 weeks, I've been doing quite a lot of reviews on knives provided to the channel, which is a bit different because you sort of have to do them out of respect for the people who are giving you them. And now I've enjoyed doing them. It's been absolutely wonderful. And sort of starting tomorrow again now, I'm back to my own knives, and that's nice and chilled out again. I'm not under... It's not that there's any great pressure. This is knife talking. My son got a new job yesterday. It must be a dog's. Yes, and I forgot to answer. I'm just looking at your name now. Didn't you send me an email yesterday about the weather? The weather in Northern Ireland is just about 20 degrees. We're looking at it's maybe going to go up tomorrow to about 24, 25. But down in England, they're getting about 40 degrees tomorrow. So thankfully, we don't get it. I'm right on the coast, as you know. So it's a lovely wee breeze here most of the time. It's quite a windy wee part of Ireland where I am. And if you look at the map you've got England and then Ireland, there's a wee island in the middle called the Isle of Man. And I'm exactly opposite the Isle of Man on the Northern Irish side. So just in case you were looking at the map where Paddy is. Whereabouts are you all from today? Any way out strange places? And throw down any knife. What knife are you carrying today? I'll show you what I'm carrying. I was carrying it yesterday, and I haven't. I literally just had a shower there not so long ago to try and waken up, and I'm carrying the Northfield, Mike Latham's special factory order. This is the number 77 Barlow, Yankee Barlow, and I love this. So what have you been carrying? What are you carrying today? Give us an idea of what you've all got. Mini Griptilian, Paul, yes. Paddy, it's 34-ish in London. Oh my good gosh, no way. No way. It's 40 degrees. I'll be in a cupboard with an ice cube. I wouldn't come out of the cupboard. Don't like the heat. Sort of 18 to 20 is the hot as I like to go. So tomorrow we're going to be a wee bit hotter. But whereas funny, the big sun's coming down. He'll be coming down during the video there, and he's bringing us a big fan. We have a big fan up in the house. So he's going to bring it down for this week just in case it gets too hot. And with the dogs, wee Eddie doesn't like walking when it's hot at all. So the puppy now is only 8 weeks old. It's just had its first. Today's going to be around 42. Oh my goodness. I don't honestly... Well, I remember being out in California and it being really warm in the 30s. And down Florida, at one stage we were there. And it was really hot in the 30s. But I was a young man then. And mostly drunk, so I can't remember a whole lot. I don't remember it being too hot. And I think as I got older, the less I like the heat. Now, there's none of you carrying any knives. What sort of people are you? Good afternoon, Rob. You'll carry a knife, Rob. You always carry one. You're a proper knife fella. What are you carrying? Spyderco Urban with tie scales. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. I like the Spyderco Urban. I think it's something I think about getting another Spyderco Urban. Yeah, it's something I might get in the future, I think. It's morning here, so I'm just carrying a cup. I'm out in California. Well, I hope it doesn't get too hot for you. You must be used to the heat, though. You must be used to it. But I suppose 40 is hot for anybody, no matter whether you use it or not. A Sage one every single time for me. Do you know, I have never had any of the Sage 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Never had one. I've no reason why I haven't. I think because I usually had Spyderco, what do you call that? The Native 5, and that was nice. And I think the Sage is a bit bigger than that, which is not really what I would have carried. Not that I can carry them out here, but you're missing out, pal. It's epic. It's hot, but you get used to it. Yeah, I think it's like everything else. Ireland, you get used to the rain. Everybody else hates it. I love the Irish temperate climate here. It's just absolutely usually cold, usually raining. Did you hear? Do you know what you call an Irish weather system? It's we have it. It's a special rock you set outside your front door. It's a very, very special rock, only local to here. And when you open the door in the morning, if the rock is dry, it's not raining. And if you go out again later on and the rock is wet, it's been raining or it's about to rain. Now, there you go. But I can't remember the name of that special rock. It's just an Irish special rock. Now, right. Any topics you would like to talk about? Yeah, Italy's been getting it bad too, and Portugal's getting burnt up. Hey, diddly go, Paddy, everyone. Hello, Andrew. How are you? Any conversations, any topic you would like to talk about? Let's pick a topic. I've got a few topics for this week, and they're on more of the traditional knives, about trying to explain to somebody who's just coming around the best way that I know to get into traditional knives at a reasonable price, cheap, reasonable price. And some of the knives I would suggest trying first to just get you used to it. Because sometimes, a lot of times, I think people rush in and try to buy too expensive and then they maybe don't like the pattern. So that's going to be one of the topics this week. You had any cheapo knives you really love? Yeah, I have lots of cheapo knives. Although saying that, I mean, I got rid of a whole lot, but I still have a lot of cheap knives. Open L's, I have about 5 open L's. I have Rough Riders galore. I've got about maybe 15 or 20 Rough Riders still left here. And marbles. There's one of my little favourite cheapy knives. The marbles, what do you call that? With the 2-bladed and the copperhead. Couldn't get the name. The copperhead, that marbles one in the green bone is absolutely right. It's just green jigged bone that's dyed. And it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. One of the best little knives to buy. The land. Yeah, I have a land knife, but to be honest with you, I think it's one of the ones that's up at home. I have the all steel version and I have a G10 version of the old land. Love it. Absolutely smashing knife. As good as the day I got it, and I must have got it, well, 5-6 years ago. Cracking knife. Talk about forthcoming Jack knives. You'll not believe this, but we actually have no idea. Nobody knows. He doesn't tell us until he announces it. We have no idea what's coming. We don't get to choose which one's coming. We don't have any say in it. And that's even better, because when I get it, you're getting a true reaction, because, you know, I've been told about it, but I'll not have seen it, you know, unless I watch a video until I get it. And I like that, you know. It's like he doesn't break that rule at all for us reviewers. So it's lovely. I don't know what's next. I have a couple I'm really looking for. The big fat spear point one with a really big belly. I can't wait. I can't remember what it's called, but that's the one I'm really looking forward to. And there's another couple there that are just absolutely beautiful. That's a beaut. I love the open L knives. I bought 2 carbon steel open L's to mod. I bought the other excellent clip point, quick delivery. Twisted assisted. I think they're smashing. I love this traditional one that they brought out. I'm just showing this. This is the one in carbon fiber. And by the way, I was going to wait till everybody's in. If you go to Twisted Assisted now, or as soon as you can, they have seconds of these. What he does is when he gets all the knives in from China, he checks them to see if they're up to standard. And then there's a few, they always have a few left over. And he's got quite a few of these that were not up to standard. Now, some of the ones he says you'll have to look for the fault, but it might be a bit of gapping in the back, but it doesn't affect the knife. He's selling them at half price. It's 20, I think it's 29 for this one and 25 for the micarta. So they're on the site now. You can go and get them now. Absolutely fantastic. These are just, and for Christmas gifts or whatever, or you know, one of your kids or just friends that they're not knife people. The micarta ones are $24.99. Absolutely amazing for VG10. So get on the site now and have a look at it. If you want another one at a reduced price, much reduced, that's nearly half, well, it is half price. So it's a great deal. So I'm looking forward to their next, they have another one coming soon. I'm not saying what it is, that's not my place. But, you know, it's different again. I like that. And a lovely surprise coming for next year, but I can't tell you that either. Now, this is from Twisted Assisted. Them boys are very nice to me. They're really good to me. I get a couple of knives and we seem to have a good repertoire. That's the one. Yeah, absolutely super knife. And to be honest with you, since I changed this one, this is the Junesy. And since it changed onto these nicer scales, I've actually carried this a bit more. It's a beautiful knife. And the forward choil means it's an ultra safe knife. Just a lovely knife. And the pocket clip is fantastic. Deep carry, sunken screw, sunken clip. It's just a beaut. If you get a chance to get one of these, they're on the site. They always have their knives on the site. This one's about £60. Absolute bargain. D2. Absolutely beautiful. And I can sell carved shillelaghs out by. Hey, wouldn't we all? That's lovely. California. Rooster, how you doing, sir? I hope it's not too hot for you. I have a Gerber Gator folder on the way, Paddy. Is it a good knife? Never had a Gerber Gator. I've never had many Gerber knives, to be honest with you. It's not something that sells over here. And I wouldn't pay the money really to get it sent over here. It's not that I know they're bad or anything. It's just not an easy knife to get here. But it looks nice. I love the handle. It looks like a proper work knife rather than a leisure knife to me. But you can let me know. And please do let me know when you get it and what you think of it. Because it's always handy. Because I buy off the second-hand market too. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I buy off the second-hand market. So it's always good to know what a knife's like. And then if one does come up, I'll know I'll have a go at it and buy it. Clemens Blade, how are you doing? Oh, sorry, that was you who was doing it. Thank you very much. Williams Knife Life, how are you, sir? How's my goofy little dinosaur? Well, we've got water shortage here inside. The Gerber are great. Oh, good. Well, there you are. There's another one with Gerber saying that they're a good knife. You get very mixed reviews. I don't know whether you've noticed. In the States, people either love them or hate them. Over here, you never really hear about them. So it's very hard for me to give an honest opinion. Well, I wouldn't give an opinion on something I've never had anyway. It's absolutely pointless doing that. Absolutely pointless. What have I got to show you? I haven't showed you this in a wee while. Does anybody like unusual knives? I have this thing for unusual knives. When I see something unusual to me, I like to get it. And this is one. If you followed me, you'll have seen it before. This is my Ashley Harrison razor knife. Isn't that? Look at the bolsters. Everything on that there is just gorgeous. I love this knife. It really is shaped like a proper old user knife, but it's just a cracking, it's just an easy use knife if you wanted to use. I don't use it much, to be honest. It's just my collection. This is my micarta and the handle, and then everything else is just dolled up. And I genuinely just love this. I love the randomness of the pattern, everything about it. And the bolsters, to have them done as well is just gorgeous. So there you go. So I'll show you a couple of random knives that I like. Again, probably a lot of you have seen them. I love the one-armed knives. Going back to the old Civil War over there in the US of A, where they had these knives. Better late than never. Always better late than never. Hiya, Paddy. Hiya, Fran. How you doing? I love the one-armed knives. And this is a beautiful... This is the Bulldog, isn't it? Let me just check with these. Is this a Bulldog or Fighting Rooster? Bulldog. This is the Bulldog. There you go. Should have just looked there. You've got the Bulldog there on that. Beautiful knife. Old knife, this one now. Stag scales, but they've been really well handled and fondled. They're beautiful. Got this in the second hand. An awful lot of my knives are second hand. That's an unusual one. What else is there? Not an unusual one, but here's one that I really like just for the stag. I'm not a great stag lover, but this is just beautiful. Look at this big Shatton Morgan. It's absolutely beautiful with a big clip point. Look at that. I just think that is beautiful. I love this bulbous end. Reminds me of the proper old English Barlows that had a good bulbous end. It makes it so comfortable in your hand. Do you know what? That's what I was going to... I haven't done one for a while. Would anybody like to see my collection of Barlows on a video? It's maybe I'm thinking of videos to do in future. Maybe my Barlows, my spear points, doing different videos on each of them. That's a belter. Do you still have the Mountain Man? No, I don't, Rob. I got rid of that Mountain Man. It must be over a year ago. Once I started getting into GEC, I just had to sell knives to get them. Do you know what I mean? So I sold an awful lot of my knives. So I was thinking of doing that maybe one a week for the next few weeks. I'll do Barlows. I'll do my spear points. Just anything. I'll go through the whole lot. And it's nice rather than doing all, sort of one clatter of GECs. It splits it up because I've lots of them knives. My favourite knives have lots of different patterns, but I don't collect 2s and 3s on one knife brand. Yes, yeah. Oh, you like your Barlows as well. You're like me. I love my Barlows. William, he loves his. But I'll do a different. William, you should do that too, because you've got some cracking knives in your collection now. You have a huge collection. And it's funny, I had Norman, who's a local man here. I met him a couple of weeks ago. He just turned up at my caravan. I don't really remember the story. He came back again this weekend. It was lovely to see him and his wife. And he came round and we had a wee chat. And for people like Norman who are just starting, I think that, you need to see all the different, like, price range and just, I think if you can't get a knife in hand, to get somebody you trust to tell you, this is a thick knife. It's only a 2-bladed knife. It's an Ashley Harrison, but it is a thick knife to carry. And if you've never had it in hand, to get showing it and getting somebody to show it to you with, say, there's a Jack Wolf knife, just a single blade. Look at the difference in the thickness. So people like to see that, because if you don't like a thick knife, chances are you're probably not going to want to use this type of knife. I just love this. I think it's just unusual and it's nice to have. Wharncliffe collection. Yes, I've got quite a few lovely Wharncliffes. I would love to show you some beautiful Wharncliffes. So we'll maybe go today and we'll see. Do you know what I'll do? There we go. Right. What's the deal for today? Let me just see what I've got here. Let me just see what I've got. Okay. We were talking about the knives from Twisted Assisted. Okay. They come in a lovely clip case. You see this pocket clip case? It's all, it's all right. It's not the best in the world, but you're not paying a lot of money for it. You get this free with a knife. So I have a lovely knife here from Twisted Assisted with the black G10. And I'm going to give that away on this show today. And the show's probably only go on about maybe half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, because my son's coming. When he comes down, I want to go and see him and have a chat with him. But I'm going to give this one away on the channel today. And what I've got to do is think of a way of giving it away. So What shall we do? I'll think of it as we're going along. But I want to do this because I still haven't got a computer. I can't really afford to go and buy another computer just for YouTube. But to do the random picker. So I'll get one of them. I think I'm going to get one of those what do they call it? The wee Google iPad sort of thing. I think I'm going to get one of them, and I should be able to do it on that all right. But I'm going to do this today, and I'll think of a question probably for about another 15-20 minutes, and then I'll ask the question, and whoever gets it right will get that sent to them tomorrow. And we shall do that, and we'll do it worldwide. Thank you very much. So super chats down below. I'm just going to say the super chat down below. If you would like to put a couple of quid in to help with postage, it would be I am asking it down below. And the UK ones, you're maybe not used to it. There's a wee button down below with super chat, and you can £2 a pound. It all goes towards postage, because if somebody in America wins it, it's going to be about $16 or something like that. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll do that, and I'll get that sent. Now, what else? What else can we talk about today? Have you no questions, boys? Ask me a couple of questions. I find it sometimes, it's hard to believe that Paddy finds it hard to, I can talk, but then I tend to go into a rant, and I lose 20 minutes of just me talking. I know that for a right-handed opener and the tan covers, somebody decided to take it walkies. If they asked me, I'd have given it. Oh gosh, that's terrible. I hate that. That's just, well, I hate stealing, but I've never had a knife stolen because they're always in my house, or in my pocket. I haven't set one down. I wouldn't set a knife down outside, because one, I know I'd forget it, and two, I'd be devastated. Even if it doesn't matter whether it's a cheap knife or not. But much like you, I love the one iron. I've got that one there. That was the first Rough Rider Reserve that I really, really liked. It was the only one in the blue, both the blue micarta so far. I love this. And I've got two of the other ones, the single bladed in the tan micarta, the Barlow, which, if you're thinking of buying a Barlow, or you want to get in and buy a good knife, this Rough Rider Barlow is absolutely stunning. And it's a lovely shape of a Barlow, lovely big nail nick. Honestly, I would highly recommend. I think William's got one of those too, haven't you, William? I'm going through. Oh, I did miss that. This is one fantastic 4-finger knife for me, and as you know, I'm medium-large hands, but I like spreading out. But this just, I keep them like this, and I get 4 full fingers. And the edge in this was brilliant when it came. I haven't even touched it up. Just trying this red hot here, you cool as a cucumber. I'm sitting with the window open here, and I've got a wee breeze coming off the sea up to the caravan, so it's really good. If somebody said hello there, I'll get you the next time. That is probably going to be one of my knives. In fact, I'll tell you that. Hello, Paddy. Oh, I love mine. They're really nice. Are you looking for any more GECs? If so, any particular... There's a good question, Colchester. Yes, there's a stack of GECs I would like, but to be honest with you, I'll probably only be buying single-bladed ones. There's a couple of double-bladed knives that I like, but I don't carry them that often, to be honest with you. I'd rather carry... That's a lie. Here, I'm going to confuse it. You see, like the old case, medium size, what do you call them? Oh, God. You see when I put names... Right, what is it? I'll just show you the blooming thing. I can't think of the stupid name of it. Well, there's this one's just a jackknife. This is an old Remington jackknife, 2-bladed with a little pen blade. I love this size, the medium size jackknife, and the Stockman, the case Stockman. I absolutely love the case Stockman. Where is my wee case? I have a lovely old carbon steel Stockman, which I use to death. The blades are all... I keep saying I'm going to clean them all up, but I don't. I like this. This is a lovely patina, and it's just natural, and it's on all the blades. It's really even. It's a fairly old case Stockman, but I love that medium size to go in the pocket. Bigger knives like this is more for me and my collection. When you turn this to the side, that's a double, and then you look at the difference in size. This is more for a collection piece because Ashley Harrison made it. Hello, Combo from Perth. You're very, very welcome. but this is the one I'll tend to throw in my pocket more than most. Or a wee jackknife, the case jackknife, or a Remington jackknife. Now, that was a good couple of questions now. Yes, the Rough Rider Reserve, honestly, I just think they're fantastic. And somebody said they like Wharncliffes. Howdy, Byron, how are you, sir? How are you? That's one of the best Wharncliffes I think you could buy for the money too. D2, absolutely beautiful. You got the finger choil here for picking the blade out, but I love sticking my third finger into that. Absolutely great grip. Medium stock ones, they are in my eyes. I have a few of the big ones, but to be honest with you, I don't carry them much. Very, very, very rarely. How have you been going? Hope everything's going well. It's going great, Combo. It really is. Oh, for you, talking to somebody else. Well, I'll take it anyway, sure. But yes, I've got some others, and what's this one? The Brother Knife. There's another cheap. Does any of you like the Brother Knife? That is one of my favourite. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. The only one that beats it for me was the Jack Wolf in the M390 and the Micarta. That is just... I know Jack Wolves are not for everybody and they can't get you. And I wish it was, but that's life. But you see the fit and finish in these and the blade grinds. They're another level, an absolute other level. I genuinely love them. Now, if I had to buy them, would I have as many as I've got now? No, because I couldn't afford that. Over a year, I could probably get 2 of them. And I had already, sort of, when this was starting to come out, I'd sort of picked 2 out of the ones because I couldn't afford to buy that many. But if you can, why the hell not? They're just fantastic. But the Brother Knives, I still love them too. Do you oil your knives? Oh, James or William, thank you very much. And you shouldn't, because you're one of you shouldn't be doing that. You're so generous. And you're not doing any more lives. I want to return the favour, but I haven't seen a live for a while. Do you have many carbon steel knives? Yes. All my GECs, a lot of my case ones. Yes, I've quite a few carbon steel. I like carbon steel. As a pocket knife, I don't hard use things, or very, very rarely. Once in a blue moon, I'll hard use a knife. And it's usually when I'm doing testing for the channel. It's about as hard as you get. I use this, the KPL. KPL, I love it. The tiniest wee drop. I don't overlube. I see a lot of people and they're putting these dots on it. I put one wee top on the top either side, and that's it. And I just work it in. Sit for a couple of minutes and do that, work it in. That's all it ever needs. And that would last me a year. I suppose because I have so many knives, I don't get to use them. Once I do put a bit of lube in, about a year, and then I'll do it just to top it up, because things just go away, don't they? There's another fantastic knife from Queen Cutlery or Rough Rider. Again, one of my favourites, the Canoe. Another fantastic knife. Absolutely super knife. The Queen with that bone. I love that saw cut bone. And there's the whole collection of them. It is just beautiful. And this is rough, do you know what I mean? It really is a great grip. And it's funny, there's a pattern Canoe. Mr. and Mrs. hates it when I'm overlooked. You're my missus here. Yeah. Well, it comes out in your pocket and everywhere, doesn't it? I got some Tough Glide. Never used Tough Glide at all. I used to use, before I used KPL, I used mineral oil. And it's still very good. I use that to oil my knives if they're going to be lying in a box and not been taken out and checked. I'll put mineral. I don't put a whole lot of mineral oil. Although Northern Ireland, you could say, is a sort of quite a wet country, but I very rarely get any rust on anything that I've got. That Queen Canoe, honestly, again, for the price that they come, they're fantastic. I have got 3 of them. I got the Wharncliffe one, and I have the Barlow, which again is another super Barlow at a budget price. But I'll do that this week. We'll start with Barlows, I think. I use a 2B pencil as best. Well, I would use a pencil if I've got lock stick on a knife. I don't know what that other one is there. Mineral oil is great for multi-bladed knives. Yeah, I quite like it, I have to say. I like mineral oil. It's done me pretty good, but then, I mean, the young fella that run this, he sent me a couple of bottles of it. And again, because I'm not using it all the time, I'm going to block, I don't know what that is there, but I'm going to block it off the channel. Not sure what it is. Let me just do that. Remove. There we go. Oh no, got it wrong. Hide user from this channel. There you go. Right, that's them gone. That's funny. Last week I had my first people who were coming on the channel and being rude to people, and I really, it's spam bot. No idea what you're talking about. I said, woof. I am technically a nonce. Not a nonce. No, I'm not a nonce. I am technically stupid. We no understand funny language. I use sewing machine oil. Do you know Sally has some because she used to do an awful lot of sewing, and she has sewing machine oil there. And I don't think there's a huge amount of difference. I suppose there's some bad ones, but mineral oil you can't go wrong. And so far, the amount of people around the world doing this say it's great. So, did I see it's fur bar there? Andrew, how you doing? I've been looking at Edwardian equestrian folding knives made in Sheffield. I would love one of them, but they're blooming expensive even on the second-hand market. I haven't seen one that it was at a price that I'd want to pay for it. And I think if I was going to get one of them, I'd want a reasonably good one so that, you know, I'm going to get the use out of it and also keep it as a collection piece. I don't want a battered old one, because I'll probably never do anything. I have a stack of knives that I keep saying I'm going to do up, and I just never get round to it. Procrastination is my middle name. Good intentions, but never get around to it. It's getting to where every live chat needs a moderator. It does. William, if I give you a text, I was going to do it last week. If I give you a text, could you tell me how to get a moderator? Because I have no idea how to do it. If I give you one in a few hours, maybe after tea tonight, it's what now? It's about 3:30 here. I would say about 6:30, maybe. If I give you a wee text, would you help me? So that's 3 hours from now. I'll tell you, we're talking about being non-technical. One of my friends, Justin, you've heard me talking about, he made me the Swiss Army knife. Good afternoon, Big Boar. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Really welcome to the channel. Thanks, William. I'll give you a wee call later. Paddy Furbar. That'll be on. All right. Big John. I have no idea. Is that spam? I have no idea what that means. Told you, technically stupid. If you write symbols and all, I'm confused. To me, I just think you're a genius. I have a French equestrian knife that I keep it in the car to get the stones out of tires. Great idea, super. But there's a case to for birds? It's a you know the way when you kill a bird and you can put the hook up its backside, twist and pull all its innards out. Case to a knife like that, which would be a slimmer knife and probably cheaper in the second-hand market, that would pull. It's hooked. I know what I mean. I don't know whether you know what it's when you've done a bird and you want to get the insides out to take her home, but you don't want to open it up. You just stick this up and apparently twirl it about and it pulls all the innards out. So not something I've used. I just cut the damn thing open and buck all the insides away and then eat it. Is there anybody out there that goes hunting? It's something I wished I could have done so much more of here. But I mean, unless you join a rifle club and all, and I just don't have the time for that. It's an old army term. Just wanted, oh, sorry, I missed that one. Any questions, boys? Give us a wee question. Because I don't want to keep you as long here, but I want to answer all the questions. It explains what Multi said above. The worst word you need your moderator. Hands are best tools. I'm a shooter. Hello, Simplici. How are you doing? Never heard that name, but you're very, very welcome. Kyle, thank you very much. You used to hunt. You stopped in 2019. I used to bushcraft and had a snare trapped and things like that, but I was never very successful, to be honest with you. It always looks easy when you watch other people doing it, but it's not quite that easy. What's the little hook on a sack used for? The little hook on a sack. Oh, yes. Now, that's... It's for when it's gone back a lot of old time when people used to tie parcels up with string, you know, the old brown string, and it was for tightening or unloosening that string that was in a parcel. Usually for tightening, you'd get it and give it a good pull because the string was thin. It was very hard to get it taut. So you just dropped it around that, give it a quick pull, and it tightened. It's good for doing that now, even. But it's good for plastic bags. If you go to the shop and you get one of the plastic bags, if you just squeeze the handles together and put that wee hook in it, you can carry your knife like this, and the wee hook's carrying the bag, so you don't get the fingers cut off you. Just a tip. But yes, it was a parcel, sort of tying up parcels and pulling bits of cord and rope. Thin cord and rope when it's hard to get a pull. Can hold parcels and remove hot pots. Yeah, sorry, there's another one. The old Kettling, all I use is just a bent bit of wire. You can easily lift them off the bushcraft fire. Great. Paddy, what was your biggest issue you had with, your biggest issue you had with dyeing your covers in the Midnight Jack, or would do differently? I am so careful when I'm doing dyeing, you wouldn't believe it. I get the pot, I put in a dollop of the old stuff, and then I throw the scales in, and I leave it for maybe a minute and give it a stir around. Then I take it out and put it in a bit of cloth, a bit of paper, kitchen paper, and I check what colour and how it's taken the dye. And it usually always has to go straight back in again because it's not dark enough. And I might do that 3 or 4 times. And then when I got it to where I think it's right, I stop, wash it all off, dry it, put it back on the knife. Now, I often go back again, maybe another 1 time or 2 times if I've got a bit of time. And if I want it darker or I want to just top it up, I'll go back and do it again. But there's no secret. I literally don't leave it in there for longer than a minute. Definitely no longer than a minute, but keep stirring it because it's a warm pot and you're just putting plastic in. So I'll keep stirring it and then take it out. Do you have a shillelagh walking stick? Do you know, I don't. I've just a straight stick. I have a straight stick, and Sally has a fork stick where you put your thumb over it. Whether would we use when we're going for a longer walk. I've never. I don't think I've ever seen. Well, I can't remember the last time I've seen a shillelagh walking stick. I can't remember. I think I get a Hinderer. Was that a Hinderer Slippy? If you can get and you can afford a Hinderer Slippy, I don't think that for that money you'll buy a better working slip joint. I mean, these are absolutely fantastic, as a pen knife. But this is a working knife. The Hinderer Slippy to me is just, I don't need to look any further for a knife. It is fantastic. You can even hold back here and not worry if it closes because look at the gap. It's designed so well. You get a 4-finger and that can't close on you. Even, if you want a bit of reach and you're worried that it's going to go. I've never had one do that. I'm sorry. I wish Hinderers are well made, bro. They just, you put this in hand. It's funny, that boy Norman was here and he's not that long about knives and he put this in his hand and he just held it and he says, oh, that feels different. And they do. I mean, people say that the more expensive knives feel different. Yes, up to a point. And then you get to a certain point, then I don't think I'll get a better slip joint working knife than this. So I'm quite happy. I've got the have you handled the Who V1? I just done a video last week. I got the new updated version with a stonewash blade and handle. It is perfect now. Proper clip. Everything about it is good. Deep carry. Sunken. Well, it's into the back of the scales there. You see it goes down in the back. Absolutely. See the review. I just put it up last week. Fantastic. Blackthorn, that is. Yeah, Blackthorn's a lovely. I got Sally a Blackthorn one, but she lost. I don't know where she lost it. Not now. I used to work terriers and keep ferrets. Oh, I used to love wee terriers. I've always loved terriers. I've 2 wee Yorkshire terriers now. Not exactly killers, but they're lovely wee dogs. So yeah, the V1 is lovely, and if you go up there now and you use the code Paddy's 2022, I think it is. Paddy's, it's on that video, but I think it's Paddy's 22. You get £7.50 off it on his website now on Who Knives. But definitely a fantastic knife with M390 and titanium. Maltese. I'm a pug man myself. Do you know, it's funny. Pugs are lovely dogs, but you see the breathing. It would drive me insane. It would literally drive me insane. I would just constantly be worried it's going to choke. Oh, here's another one. Another naked one. Good gosh. What's happening here? What is going on? I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. It's not going off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Sorry, boys. I really apologise. Don't know what's happening with that. But no, I don't want the naked time, if that's your question. I don't know, I'm pushing it, but it's not going away. Can anybody help? I don't know how to take it off. Do I have to go to the original one? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing wrong. Oh, there we go. Remove. Hide user in this channel. There we go. There. Oh, they'll be going now. Yes, they're going now. Sorry about that, lads. I find that awful rude. Why would you want to come onto a channel and do that? Don't get it. Don't get it at all. My wee Eddie's scratching at the door here. He wants in to see what his daddy's doing. Hello, boy. There's a good boy. Sorry, any more questions there? I'm going to go on about 3 minutes. Oh, the knife. I've got to give the knife away. What's the question for the knife? Now, when you give me the answer for this, wait till I upload this video. Don't put the answer down below here because I don't get it. So when I'll upload this in about maybe 10-15 minutes is all it takes me to upload this. Maybe a wee bit longer. But if you wait half an hour and go back and give the answer to the question I'm going to ask. What's the question I'm going to ask? Let me see. I'm trying to think of a real good question that I could ask that you might know. All right, here we go. This is for the people that know my channel. And if you don't know the answer to this, if you go back in my GEC videos, you will probably get the answer to this. And it's, what is my favourite GEC knife at the moment? My real top favourite. So it's quite an easy question. You know, I only got this last year. It's a super knife, and it's definitely my favourite GEC. So let me know what that is, and whoever gets it right, I'll come on and I'll let you know straight away who gets it right, because the first person to get it right gets the knife. So I'll contact you and ask for your postal details, and then I'll send it off to you, and I'll announce it during the week who's won it, and then you can let me know if you like it when you get it. Take care. Now, I'm away, my big lads here and a couple of the grandchildren. So thank you very much for popping along. Sorry if this wasn't very entertaining. Sometimes I'm just not. But I enjoy talking to you, and I really appreciate you. William, you're great. I'll get you after tea tonight here, and we'll see if we can sort out a moderator. I don't know what to do with him. But thank you very much. Paddy's away. You're amazing. And for those of you who bought the Jack Wolf knives, thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy them thoroughly when you get them. Take care. Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea. And don't forget, Twisted Assisted, sorry. I'll just do that again. Their knives are half price. They're seconds, but there's nothing much wrong with them. They're just seconds, and they're half price. So if you go on their website, you'll get one. And like, these were only, I can't remember what these were. They were $39.99. They're for $25 now or something. An absolutely cracking knife for $25, the traditional. All right, take care. I'll see you all next week, hopefully. Same time, 3 o'clock UK time. And God bless you all. Bye-bye now. Bye now. Oh, I don't know what I've done. I must have... Oh, for goodness sake. I forgot to push the thing up, so I missed you all. Take care. Bye-bye.